Ay, ay, ay. Is my car worthless now with all these scratch and dings on it? I'm thinking like, I don't know, maybe I put it on bat for like $70,000. Hey everyone, it's Andy, professional performance car driver with a passion for well-engineered cars and driving with friends on mountain roads. On this channel, I share my driving experiences and bring you videos on new gear and car reviews, and from time to time, some banter as well. Many RS owners like keeping their car near perfect conditions. So that typically means few miles and really maintaining the car so there's really no scratch and dings on the car. For me, I like driving the hell out of the car. And when you drive the hell out of your car, it's gonna get scratches, dings, and whatnot. I guess some would call it patina look on the car. It reminds me of a conversation I had with a guy at the track. This is going back years ago. After each session, when I came into the pits, I would take out cleaner and I would wipe the rubber scuff marks that you get from the track when rubber's, flying through the air. I was rubbing it off my car and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm cleaning it up." And he's like, "Oh no, just leave that there." He goes, "That adds character, that adds patina to the car." He goes, "In fact, each one of those marks has a story to tell." And I think he left it with, these cars are made to be driven. This is right in the front bumper, almost dead center of the front bumper. This one here, I took a rock or something, and this one went kind of right through the PPF. So I'm not sure if this is down to the paint or not, but we'll see if and when we remove it. So the front of this bumper, and you can kind of do a little scan in the rest of this image. I mean, you can see there's all kinds of little marks. And when you're driving in the mountains and debris flying up from cars in front of you, I mean, this stuff's bound to happen. Right up on the hood, just kind of where the latch is, where you would open the hood, here's another ding. This third image is down at the, kind of the splitter, the lower level of the car. You can see the screening of the front and the upper left there of the photo. So this one here's got another good little divot. A lot of the other scratches in the image, they're just light imperfections that are on the surface of the PPF. You peel the PPF off and the paint underneath looks just absolutely fine. This was a pretty good beating. This is on the left side of the, that plastic front splitter. It's pretty hefty scuff. And right where my finger is pointing, there's actually a chunk of the stuff taken out, of the plastic of the splitter. What happened was, in one of my videos, and if you watch my videos, you would have seen one where I think it was on Wire Road. We were coming around a bend and there was a tree stump and other stuff in the road from a fallen tree. And I went around it, but I think there was something sticking out. And I actually had a piece of a branch actually go through the plastic. I mean, it was actually sticking through there, and I had to pop the plastic back in and whatnot. So that one was a pretty good mark. This is the magnetic protectors that I have, vinyl protectors I have that are just in front of the leading edge of the rear tire. I actually get these from a company called Magna Graphic. They're located out of Cincinnati. This thing is completely peppered. And where, when I pull that off and you look underneath, the PPF looks awesome, but this thing is just beat to hell. This peppering scratches on the wheels are all over the place. Again, when you're riding on the roads and you're getting debris and little stones, depending on where you're riding coming up, they're just going to scratch and mark the wheels. It's what happens. There's no way around it. I never heard of anybody PPFing their wheels. My guess is, the application is just nearly impossible to do. So most people won't do that. You can see a little scratch here on another one of the spokes of the wheels. A divot taken out of the vinyl. So this is one of the lizard green vinyl stripes, right where it hits up against, one of those Magna Graphics. Next up, this image actually has two, one where my finger is and one just to the upper right of my finger, maybe a few inches away. These are, again, pretty good sized divots in the PPF. Again, I think the paint underneath is okay, but these two here have broken through the PPF. These are the air intakes just behind the doors of the car. And this plastic gets beat up pretty bad. And you can see this image here. Those are all just divots and scratches. Again, I haven't heard of anyone putting PPF in here. If you guys have done that, put down in the comments below that you've PPF'd that. This is right around the headlight of the passenger side. It's a kind of a mark and a bubble in the PPF. It wasn't there when the PPF was originally installed. So my guess is something hit it and kind of created this bubble effect there in the PPF. This is actually on one of the NACA ducts. This is on the passenger side, and you can see these two little divots right in the middle of the picture. I don't know what that material, I thought it was just plastic, but it's weird because there's kind of a white or metallic look that's underneath there, where these two things kind of did a good poke inside there. Porsche has typically been known to have soft glass, so it doesn't take much for the windshields on Porsches to become kind of pockmarked from driving on the road. I do know, guys, and I've done it myself, I've done the film protection on the windshield. None of them are that great, meaning they will create some can create some wavy or haze on your window over a long period of time. So when you're inside looking out of the window, after a time, you can tell that there's something on there. And I've had it done before, and it doesn't really look good. I've asked around a bit, what is out there to apply on the window. And there is a material that some of your high-end detailers may recommend, but to do the front windshield, it's like $1,200. And so therefore, it's actually cheaper to replace the windshield because they're really not that expensive. This is on the rear wing of the car. What you're looking at there is the top of the E in Porsche, the lizard green and the matte black there on the rear wing, and this is a mark that's on there. I had a heck of a divot taken out of my 991.2 GT3. I did not put PPF on the wing, and I remember driving down the road behind one of those trucks that have stones in them, and I saw that stone come flying up. I saw it go over my car, and I was like, oh, good, thank you. It missed me. And then all of a sudden I heard dink, and I didn't realize where it landed until I got out and looked a few days later. And on the rear wing, I literally had about a 3-inch mark. Took all the paint off. I mean, it was obviously it wasn't very thick, but it went right down to the carbon fiber scratch mark. So this one here is not through the PPF, so that one should be okay. The headlight washer cleaner thing, I think, is what you're looking at. So that's where this mark is on the car. This last one is up on the rear quarter panel, like the hump of the passenger side. So this is something that, kind of comes up on the front of the car there. Those other things you see on there, some of that is, scratch marks obvious. Some of it is also some dust. But again, you get really close and you're like, oh my God, after 19 months of ownership, this is kind of what it looks like. So there you have it, all the dings, scratches, marks on the car. I don't know what the total was that I showed. Maybe there was 20 couple, and that's probably at least 3/4 of them that I have on the car. So next is, so where do I go from here with regard to all these scratches? I mean, I don't know. Is it worthless now? What I do think I will do is probably sometime a year from now, like maybe during the winter 21 to 22, I think I'm going to take this PPF off and reapply. What I'm thinking about doing is doing a satin matte finish PPF. So they have PPF that has that matte or satin finish, just for something different. So I'm thinking about doing that, and I'm also thinking about changing up the wheels, maybe getting rid of these black wheels and doing something that has some color to it. Got a few ideas in mind, not sure exactly which one, but I think do that. Maybe not do a stripe package at all this next go around. And then the other thing I need to do, and hopefully before next year, is put the Dundon exhaust on the car. I think that's what's coming up next for the RS. Unless, of course, something comes out and compels me to trade it and get something different. Right now, the one thing that might do that would be the GT3 RS. I don't know, that car seems very interesting to me. So anyway, hey guys, if you like what I'm bringing to you, you like the content here, please subscribe to the channel, give my videos a thumbs up. It helps me to grow the channel. And as always, stay healthy and stay safe.